Good morning, Jayla. So I'm just gonna get right into it. 5 things I like / love about living in Victoria. First thing, public transportation. Whenever I grew up, taking the buses wasn't really an option. And if you didn't have a car, it was way easier to bum a ride off someone or maybe even bike. I biked a bit. Biked a bit. Biked a bit. But now living in Victoria, public transportation is essentially free. I do have a bus pass that comes with paying tuition. It means fees are incorporated within that bus pass and it's about $80 a term. The way I look at that, it's a little more than a tank of gas, and I haven't filled up my gas tank since August. What's really cool about Victoria is there's also double-decker buses, which are kind of fun to ride, especially if you have a long trip, so you can go up top and kind of cruise above the rest of the traffic. And they run pretty frequently and always pretty much on time, so it's very convenient. The buses will take you all around Victoria and Greater Victoria, even up to the airport, so it's really cool if you need to go anywhere. Second thing is scenery. You don't have to go far to see scenery. Pretty much you have to look out either of my apartment windows and you see this. So yes, I look at the ocean and I can also see the United States, and that also the campus is kind of beautiful. There's a bunch of trees and there's deer everywhere. On campus there's also a lot of trails, and running trails in particular are pretty much gorgeous. And it's really fun to train here because it's better than running in the suburbs, which I was used to, and I'll see deer when I run, and I'll be in the forest and get to run over bridges, and it's just exciting. The only thing that's not exciting is the hills. The hills could go away. That would be okay. Third thing I love is the proximity of the beach. So the beach is about a half a mile from my apartment, and that's lovely. It's really fun on Friday afternoons to go down, and there's a Starbucks down by the beach, and get a coffee and go to the beach and just sit and watch the boats, and usually there's people kayaking or walking dogs, and there's a playground that's really cool. It has these really cool play structures that are like octopus and sharks and dragons, so it's a cool place to kind of go and relax. I like going there on Friday afternoons and taking a walk, and don't even have to drive. Get a little bit of exercise, especially because you have to walk down this massive hill, which means you have to walk back up this massive hill, and no one believes me how massive this hill is. You look at it on pictures and you're like, oh, that's so big, and you get there in real life like, oh my god. Fourth thing I love, and while this isn't exactly Victoria specific, I love having my own apartment. I can do this. I can do that without anyone knowing or seeing, except when I put it in a vlog. I also love having my own bathroom. I say this because living in the dorms, we had to share with like our whole hallway, and I remember being really sick and like doing my business, and it was just really embarrassing, and now I can be sick or whatever and I can poo in peace. Fifth thing I love about Victoria is I found a really good, awesome, cheap sushi place. Like $4 a roll, and it's delicious and it's ready to go. You just walk in and you get it, and a lot of their sushi has smoked salmon, and smoked salmon is one of my favorite things. It makes sushi delightful. And so I am blaming Kayla for my addiction to sushi, but I'm just glad that my addiction costs less here than it did in Fresno, because that helps me out a lot. Have a good weekend!